The Real Housewives of New Jersey is officially being put on pause. Producers and the production company is scrambling and trying to figure out what they're going to do for this upcoming season. But until now, the upcoming season will not be filming for quite some time until they figure out what they're going to do with the next season's cast. Welcome back to Damien After Dark. If you're new here or you have not subscribed yet, go ahead and hit the subscribe button right below this video to get locked in on all things that I post. And make sure you turn on your post notifications so you'll get that notification right to your phone. Next, click the thumbs up button. When you do that, that is your way of supporting and liking this channel. I would appreciate that so much. You help me get the word out about Damien After Dark, and I will love you forever if you do that. Also, last but not least, join the conversation. I want to hear from you on what you think about this story regarding the Real Housewives of New Jersey. Now, I've got an article here. My source here is page 6. Now, you know, page 6 reports on a lot of housewife stuff. And, you know, some people can say, oh, well, some of their stories aren't true. This story is true. Multiple outlets are reporting it. It's been all over the news. If you don't know about it, I'm going to fill you in. You better believe we're going to talk about it all. And it's juicy because major changes are coming to the Real Housewives of New Jersey. It's no secret that this season has been very tense when it comes to the whole Teresa and Melissa of it all. But ultimately, at the end of the day, what this pause boils down to is the Teresa and Melissa feud. We, the fans, we, the viewers who've watched this show for 10 plus years, are over the Melissa versus Teresa drama. We don't want to see it anymore. It's tired. It's played out. It's literally been a central storyline for every single season since Melissa has joined the show. And now I think the producers are listening. They know that the fans are over it. They're over it, and there is no resolve because Teresa said she's done. She's no longer speaking to them. How are you going to film a show regarding this group of friends when two of these group of friends in the group don't even speak to one another and can't stand one another? How do you move on past that? They can't. It's not realistic. It won't be reality. So they're putting a pause on this show. Now, to some people, when they hear pause, they don't really know what that means. And just a quick little thing about that. Other shows on Bravo have been put on pause, so to speak. The Real Housewives of New York is a good example. They're currently on pause right now. They had a really bad season when Ebony K. Williams joined, and there was a lot of social, political issues that were talked about, and it turned viewers off. Ramona was saying racist things, apparently. There was so much stuff that was going on that season that they had to put it on pause. And now, what has happened with the Real Housewives of New York when it went on pause? They came back. They cleaned house. Bravo cleaned house. They came back and they fired every last New York housewife and brought in a fresh new cast on a platter. You think I'm kidding? It airs in June. It was that quick. New York was on pause for about a year, and they had a new cast. They filmed the season, and now it's airing in June. So these are the type of things that can happen when a show gets put on pause. Not saying that New Jersey is going to get wiped out. However, I do think, here's my prediction on what is going to happen. I do think that they're going to be looking at it like this. We need to either get rid of Melissa, or we need to either get rid of Teresa, or we need to get rid of both. Now, at the end of the day, I don't think they're going to get rid of Teresa. I really don't. I think they got a lot invested in her. I think she's got a huge storyline. You know, a lot of people say, well, what's her storyline? Well, her relationship with Louis is a huge storyline to begin with because we all know that he can do questionable things. So that's going to eventually lead somewhere. You know, she's got her family. They can explore her relationship with Joe Giudice if there's any relationship there. There's a lot more things. And then drama with the other girls. There's a lot more things that we can see with Teresa on the show without Melissa being there. Teresa doesn't need Melissa to be there for her to have a storyline, unlike Melissa. Now, see, on the other hand, Melissa, I feel like, needs Teresa, or she has nothing else to show. Let's just be real. I'm just being completely real and honest about it. I think that if they're going to have to choose between the two, my prediction is they're going to get rid of Melissa. And I think that because she's been on this show for 10 plus years. They've done this to Tamra. They've done this to Vicky. They've done this to multiple housewives who've been in the game for a long time. They can get rid of Melissa, save $1 million+ a season, and bring in another girl or two and save so much money. Melissa doesn't bring what Teresa does. Teresa is, whether you like Teresa or not, one thing that you have to acknowledge is she is the face of Real Housewives of New Jersey. Can we speak facts now? And you can say I'm biased or I'm a Teresa fan. No, I love my housewives in general. My thing is, when you think of Housewives of Atlanta, you think of Nene Leakes. When you think of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, you think of Lisa Vanderpump. When you think of the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, you think of a Jen Shah or a Mary Cosby. OC, you think of Tamra and Vicky. New Jersey, you think of Teresa Giudice. She's the main one. You don't think of Melissa Gorga when you think of New Jersey Housewives. Let's be real. Teresa started this show, and I don't think she's going to be the one to go. I feel like they're going to get rid of Melissa, and I could possibly see them cleaning house with other people. I could possibly see Margaret going. Margaret's been on long enough now, and I think it's the same dog with no new tricks. When it comes to Margaret, it's the same thing with her every season. We haven't really seen anything new. I think we've seen all that we can see when it comes to Margaret's life. It's, time's up for Margaret, honestly. I think they might get rid of her too. Out of the new girls, I don't know if Rachel Fuda would come back. I think Danielle will be back. I think Teresa will be back. Now, y'all put my prediction down, because if this comes true, just saying. I think Teresa will be back. I think Jen Aiden will be back. I think Danielle Cabral will be back. I think Dolores Catania will be back. Definitely those four. I don't know about the other three. I think they might bring in new women. Who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? I don't think Jackie will be back. Jen Fessler, I don't know. I don't think so either. I really don't know, but that's just my predictions when it comes to this show. And they're smart by doing this pause. This pause was good because if Bravo thought for 1 second that they were going to bring Teresa and Melissa both back, or the whole cast back, because originally the word on the street was, and if you've heard this, it's false. Word on the street was, oh, they're going on pause because they want to start filming in the holidays again. Because if you remember back on Jersey, back in the day, they used to film during Christmas. So they claimed that's what the pause was for. And that everybody was getting a contract and the whole cast was coming back. Wrong answer. Reliable sources say otherwise. This show is going on pause. Somebody's going. And if they thought for 1 second that they were going to bring Teresa and Melissa both back and have us watch the same shit we've watched for 15 episodes in a row, y'all got me real fucked up, because I would have tuned the fuck out. We're sick of it. We're sick of Teresa versus Melissa. We're sick of Margaret versus Jennifer. We're sick of Margaret versus Teresa. All of that, it's played out. We need something fresh. Now, page 6. I'm going to read y'all what page 6 had to say. The Real Housewives of New Jersey has been put on pause. Multiple sources tell us that stars Teresa Giudice and her sister-in-law Melissa Gorga are legitimately estranged, which has resulted in an abrupt halt. We're told Bravo does not know how to proceed under the current conditions and that no one has been offered a contract or been fired for the next season. So, sources are saying so far, no one's been fired yet. No one's been offered a contract yet. They're just figuring out what they're going to do. But I'm telling y'all, somebody's not getting out unscathed. Somebody's getting fired. At least one. I predict multiple, but at least one person is going to go, and that one person is going to be Melissa. They say at this time there is no set date for production to begin on season 14. Sources tell us that cameras were set to pick back up in June following the Giudice and Louis Ruelas wedding special and the upcoming season 13 reunion, but we're told showrunners informed the cast that that would not be happening. In fact, many of the ladies have begun to plan their summer vacations due to the hiatus. Sources tell us the latest update the cast received was that Bravo is not even sure filming will begin until 2024. I cannot read today. Sources tell us the latest update the cast received was that Bravo is not even sure filming will begin until 2024. We still got 6-7 months left in the year. So they're not even going to start filming until 2024 possibly. That means we probably won't even get season 14 until summer or fall of next year. Literally like a year to a year and a half. This is crazy. This is huge if y'all don't understand. Like, this is huge. We're told the Garden State girls are divided over how they feel. While some are worried about the financial aspect and the impact, others are welcoming the reprieve. So some people are worried about their paychecks and how they're going to, that's their sole income, how they're going to pay their bills, how they're going to pay their workers. Others are welcoming, some people are relieved. I'm sure Teresa's probably one that's relieved. An insider close to production says, no official decisions on season 14 have been made as of the finale. Teresa and Louis' wedding special and the reunion episodes have yet to air. So they usually don't make these type of decisions. According to Andy, they usually don't make these type of decisions regarding firings and all that stuff until after the reunion has aired. They watch the reunion, they see the ladies' performances, and then they say, okay, what do we do with these women? So, as Page 6 previously reported, the season 13 reunion, which the ladies filmed last month, was particularly intense. Multiple sources told us that Teresa was completely unhinged and out of control while taping the Andy Cohen moderated sit-down with her castmates. Our sources said that she was nastier than ever and cursing a lot. We were told the series OGs seemed very unhappy and mad at the world, and that Cohen appeared frustrated with her the entire time. Shit, I'd be frustrated and pissed the fuck off too if I had been fighting with my brother and my sister-in-law for 10 years straight about the dumbest shit. I'd be fucking pissed the fuck off too. Now they say, however, one insider insisted that the network honcho was not any more frustrated with Giudice than with the situation as a whole, claiming she got worked up only when the topic of family dynamics got brought up. Now, they say this was the first time Teresa, Melissa, and Joe were going to see each other in person, emphasizing on the trio's long history of deep-rooted family issues. Now, the insider said that Teresa acted out of a place of hurt, but admitted that her same energy was not necessarily matched by her brother or his wife. So they're saying that Teresa was the one that was yelling and screaming and cussing them out and giving them the business, and maybe Melissa and Joe were kind of trying to take the high road and maybe not going in on her as much as she was going in on them. Which I'm surprised, because I can see Melissa trying to save her job and really going in for it. At least you would think. So, that's really my little report that I have on the upcoming season of The Real Housewives of New Jersey that we probably won't be seeing until another year or a year and a half. I believe this 100%. Multiple sources are talking about this. Multiple outlets are talking about this. It's Bravo News. It's out there. Who do you think, or what do you think is going to happen with the upcoming season of Real Housewives of New Jersey? Do you think they're going to fire Melissa? Do you think they're going to fire Teresa? Or do you think they're going to fire them both? And what do you feel about Margaret Josephs? Do you think she's safe? What do you feel about the other housewives? Dolores, Jen? Do you think that they're going to keep them or get rid of them? Or do you think that Bravo's just going to clean house like they did with New York and start from scratch? So many revelations and just things to be thought of here. I want to hear from you. Make sure you join the conversation by commenting below and let me know your thoughts on this story. Don't forget to subscribe by hitting the subscribe button right below this video. Also, click the thumbs up button if you want to support the channel. It's free and it costs nothing, and it would mean so much to me. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to another episode of Damien After Dark. We'll see you next time.